And our second referee is Mr. Erlindo Eusebio. Let's meet the starting lineup of your Philippine Air Force. Beginning with their team captain, number 17, Airman Second Class, Jesse Lopez. Middle blocker, number 1, Airman Ralph Calasin. Outside hitter, number 7, Airman First Class, Lab Labrador. Opposite hitter, number 9, Airman First Class, Ben Inudito. Middle blocker, number 13, Second Lieutenant Mike Abria. Outside hitter, number 18, Airman First Class, Edwin Tolentino. And their starting libero is number 8, Sergeant Renz Melgar. Their head coach is Technical Sergeant Jimson Merza. Presenting the starters for your Vanguard volley hitters. Let's start with their team captain, setter number 6, Ron Villegas. Outside hitter number 3, Jobs Kamaganakan. Opposite hitter number 11, Russell Palisok. Middle blocker number 16, Clark Fernandez. Another middle blocker number 19, Daniel Diwa. Outside hitter number 24, Vince Abrot. And their starting libero is number 8, Rek Alfaro. Their head coach is Mr. Ejet Mabayad.
Very interesting matchup today, as again, as we mentioned earlier, we got the 10th and 11th place team so far here in the elimination round. I mean, both still have a chance to up their standings, although they don't have any chances yet to make it into the semis. But as you mentioned then earlier at the IV, talagang patibayan at palakihan ng pride ang labanan today.
That's right. So of course, as we move on to the tournament, you would really want to end it up in a high note. So get as much wins as you can with the remaining games. And yun nga, sabi nga natin, this is going to be a battle of pride. You wouldn't want to end the tournament at the bottom.
That's right. I mean, there are 11 teams here, and so far, the Vanguards have played 7 games, and while the Air Force rather have played 8 games so far.
So we're sort of expecting that this would be more of like a level match. And so far, palitan lang naman din ng well, Vanguard is up by 2, and courtesy of the errors on the side of Air Force.
Got Tolentino trying to land that ball at that corner pocket in zone 5, but was a little too wide on that one. We got Liwa on the serve. Throat serve to Tolentino. Lopez goes to Ben Naudito. Gets a point for the Air Force. All ang talaan natin ngayon here early in set number 1. Palisok, check ball.
Smart move there by Palisok. Take a look at that attack. It's wiping at the hands of the blocker. Air Force is a strong blocking team. They're number 4 in terms of team ranking with the blocks.
A little too slow to start here. I mean, it is the 3rd game for our Super Sunday here at the Spiker Surf Open Conference. But so far, rallies have gone in and out here. One-handed set there for the Vanguards. Jesse Lopez with the hustle there. Villegas with the pop-up. Kamaganakan sets it to Palisok. Ooh, a little miscalculation on that one. Point for the Airmen.
Air Force now up by 1. A good defense being shown by both of these teams.
Abria with that serve. Villegas goes to the middle. Jesse was there. Little off-tempo there. Lopez once again goes for the inaudito.
Well, that makes it to the line. The point goes to Vanguard.
The Vanguard volley hitters were able to read that set a little bit too high from Lopez. Yes, Calasin with that running attack. 4-all. 5 serving 4 rather here in set number 1. We got Beneno dito. Perfect pass there. Ooh, Villegas with that back row set. Jesse with the joust with Fernandez. Ooh, a little miscue there. Lopez once more through the middle. Calasin once again.
Jesse Lopez activating his middles.
With a no-look dump at that. Naudito. Good serve. Nice sharp there by Abrot. A little joust and back and forth here at the net. Abrot with that powerful hit there. Ooh. Airmen getting fierce and passionate here in set number 1. They're now up by 3 points. That last point, courtesy of Labrador.
Labradors in the last match against Army, two of the Philippine Army attackers scored in double digits. 25 points for Edwin Tolentino and 26 points for Labrador.
A lot of these airmen are hustling as one of their go-to players got injured, and that is Ranran Abdilia, who's already preparing for the Southeast Asian Games happening in May, if I'm not mistaken, in Cambodia for the beach volleyball event.
Good save there from Vanguard. Free ball.
Labrador, yes!
And you only have one blocker going up against Labrador.
Yes. So far, right now, the score is 8-5, lamang ang Air Force, and this is our first technical timeout.
Bumili ka na lang ng gitna. Lalo na yung mga transition. Wag na si Ruben ang pagsaisin mo.
Z and Ivy for JR Labrador with a scoring 26 points. He is so happy that the Philippine Air Force is back in pro volleyball. Given their stint in 2018 and 2019 for the championship finals, they are happy to simply step up on court after a few years. Kaya kahit ano man daw ang rankings this season, with new scoutings of young guns to add into the team next conference, madami silang mentor. Kaya this is a start of something new. Let's go back to set 1.
We started last year. Spikers Turf restarted right after the pandemic, and a lot of players and athletes and coaches and teams are really grateful that, you know, somehow sports is back. Medyo back to normal now with fans here, as you can see in your screens. Spectators being able to watch the action live.
That's right. And of course, in men's volleyball, that has been we've been missing a lot, you know, these players. So it's really good to have it back. So meanwhile, that's a free ball given. That's outside. Little miscommunication on the side of Vanguard.
Those kinds of errors are very painful to watch para kay Coach Ejet Mabayad as they are playing catch-up here in set number 1. Kalasan with that serve.
Oh, that was a good save.
Almost an ace at that. Kamag-anakan, trickle ball there. Lopez getting that set. Kamag-anakan trying to go for that cutty, but a little too low on that one. Air Force now up by 4 points. Little run here early in the first set. Ooh, tip there, but Lopez was there. Nice block there by Diwa.
Good read, that's
Yes,
right.
good read and reaction from Diwa as a lot of back and forths happening over on 1, over on 2 here coming from Lopez and his airman. Villegas with that serve. Perfect pass. Tolentino with that running. Where did he come from?
Well, Edwin Tolentino, well, you would be expecting, of course, that Lopez would
Yes.
be going a lot to him.
One of their go-to players. And stars during his collegiate time.
That was outside. Good read by Lopez.
Good read also from Abria trying to put his arms down for that swipe out. Coach Ejet Mabayad calls for a timeout.
Eh alam nyo naman, mas maliksin. Kaya nating bilisan yung galaw natin, ha? Yan na, tsaka medyo timing tayo sa loob. Mag-usap kayo dyan, ha? Go, 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 go.
Go guys, go guys!
Russell, kung magdadrop ka ng ganon, tignan mo muna yung kamay, wag yung wala pang kamay. Tumekball. Ayos.
Dilat na dilat ka! Go guys! Hey, Vanguard!
Coach Ejet Mabayad trying to pump up his team. Lightening it up as well.
You know, not a very. He just. I think he wanted to break the momentum. So
Yes.
really, nothing much there in that timeout. So you're just laughing off the mistake. But he did make a good point. You know, he needed. The team really needs communication inside the court.
There you go. And right on cue, Palisok. With the help of his teammates, perfect pass, perfect set there as we check out the replay. Aiming away from his blockers this time, targeting that zone where Tolentino was. Over ball. Ball still alive though. Abria being alert there at the net. Court awareness has been the key here so far in set number 1. Tolentino with that serve. Villegas goes for kamag-anakan. Yes! Goes through the block.
Good combination play there from Vanguard. The middle blocker making that. The middle attacker made the Air Force blocker commit.
Inaudito, yes! Lopez definitely maximizing 3 spikers. And the front line making the Vanguards guess who will block who at this point. Abria with the serve. Villegas. Woo!
Off the block.
Once more for Palisok.
The Vanguard is trying to keep this close.
Palisok with that serve. A little too wide there. Too much power from the line. Another free point for the Air Force Airmen. We got 15 serving 10. Inaudito with that serve. Great serve at that. Palisok sets up kamag-anakan. Free ball there. Lopez picks it up and gets the set. Villegas. Oh, nice putty there. Yes. Kamag-anakan. nilito ang ating airmen there with that jump set.
Take a look at that once again. You see the things that you usually see in international competitions, and now our local players are able to pull that off as well.
Really upping the level of volleyball here in the Spiker Surf Open Conference. We're inviting you to come out here the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center in our next game days. Di pa tapos ang laban dito sa Spiker Surf. Kamagandakan goes for that hit this time. Lopez to kalasin, although with that net infraction.
So Vanguard is now just down by 3.
Still catching up slowly but surely. We got Fernandez with that serve. Oh, and the ace. And ayun na nga, napatawag na ng timeout si Coach Jimson Mirza ng Air Force Airmen.
Tayo nag-error, hindi naman sila gumagawa ng puntos. Receive lang muna na maayos. Kaya, okay, tuloy lang. Kailan tayo ng momentum sa kalaban?
Paano nyo ba binabasa kung outside yung bola o hindi, yung mga receiver? Paano nyo binabasa yan?
Bitawan.
Mataas, kasi, kasi pre, kailangan maging aware kayo kung nasan kayo nakatayo. Kung nakatayo kayo dito sa loob, mga lagpas kalapit, di ba? Inside yun. Dapat kumuha kayo ng reference dito kung outside o hindi.
Few reminders there from their head coach and parang their playing coach na rin,
Oh.
Jesse Lopez. Good reminders there from one of their seniors in their squad.
Well, we all know, of course, that Jesse Lopez is also doing coaching duties
Yes,
outside of his
correct.
playing duties here in Air Force. So, yun nga, siguro yun yung advantage when you have your playing coach inside as well.
Better first ball there from the airmen. And with that first ball gets them another point, sending us to our second technical timeout. We are back here at the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center in Manila for your third game on this triple header Sunday Spiker Surf Open Conference. You got the Air Force Airmen versus the Vanguard Volley Hitters. Villegas to Abrot. Tolentino was there. Lopez goes for the back. Labrador, easy pickup there by Alfaro. Sumagot naman, palitan lang ng paluan dito. Tolentino once more, a little bit faster. Kamaganakan from the back row. A little too soft there. Trying to go for that off-tempo hit. His teammates asking him, hampasin mo na.
Well, I think, you know what, his initial intention really is to make the defenders of Air Force moving. Kasi
Right.
I think he knows na, you know, it will take a lot of effort to get back to their correct positions.
Lopez once more goes for Tolentino, catches that corner pocket in zone 5. Back-to-back points for your Air Force Airmen here in set number 1. Napaupo pa. Good adjustment there by Tolentino. Villegas goes for the middle. Ball still alive. No.
This is a 4-point run here for Air Force.
And with that 4-point run, Coach Edget and his squad calls for another timeout.
Russell, kita mo naman iangat mo lang naman. Hindi naman kailangan na perfect mo yun kasi cover yun eh. Ha? Itas lang natin para may chance pa tayong matake ulit. Okay? Trabahuin pa natin yan, trabahuin pa natin. Hindi pa tapos yan ha.
Tsaga. Babae si Diwa, babae.
Ano nangyari lang? Go.
Go guys! Hey, Vanguard! Diskarte pa rin, guys!
That was Coach Ejet Mabayad giving a little bit of confidence to his men here, the Vanguard volley hitters. Still looking for another win here in our elimination round. We got Labrador on your screens going for the serve. We got 19-13 here in set number 1. Good serve. Kamaganahan with the pickup. Villegas goes to Diwa. Lopez once more to Tolentino. Through the block this time. Villegas hustling there. Abrot was checked. Calasin this time. Lopez once more with a jump set. Tolentino. Good blocking so far from this both teams. Abrot. Easy over. Tolentino once more going cross court this time.
Good effort there for Air Force. Very sharp cross-court hit there from Tolentino.
He's been so far successful in getting points at that cross-court area. Ooh. You saw Palisok going all out in that last hit. But a little overcooking that one. We got a double sub here for the Air Force Airmen. We got Ancheta and Rueca coming in for Inaudito and Lopez. A little bit of a comfortable lead here in set number 1. We got Labrador once more on the service line. 21 serving 13. Ooh, but a good serve there. The Vanguards have yet to figure out their first ball. So far, yun ang nagiging problema ng ating volley hitters.
That's right. So they're not able to give out a good first ball. So, you know, lesser opportunity, lesser choices in terms of attack.
This time, we got Tolentino and Desuyo in for the Vanguards. Another double substitution, this time on the side of Ejet Mabayad and his squad. Labrador with that serve. Kamaganakan with a better pass there. Tolentino.
Solid block.
Tolentino blocked by Tolentino.
Let's take a look at that once again. Very well read.
That was a double block there. Tolentino with the help of Calasin as well. Ooh, nice setup there by Desuyo, going for Diwa with a quick hit.
But it all started, of course, with a good first ball.
Yes.
And this is really, you know, what's going to change with the side of Vanguard if they just could be a little bit more consistent with that first ball.
That's right. Ancheta goes back there. Successful hit by our Philippine Air Force Airmen. Let's check that out one more time. That was Rueca. Yep.
Labrador trying to be animated there. I can hear teammates out.
Ooh, ball still alive there. Ancheta once more with that back set. And Rueca with a smart hit or attack. Slowing things down, putting it right by the line there. Check that out one more
Let's
time.
take a look at that once again. Seeing that hole at the defense of Vanguard. Very easy point.
Alfaro letting that one go, and that is the end of our set number 1. You got 25-14 in favor of your Air Force Airmen. just wrapped up set number 1 here. Game number 3 of your triple header Sunday on the Spikers Turf 2023 Open Conference. You got the Air Force Airmen finishing set number 1 with a 25-14 set score against the Vanguard Volley Hitters.
Well, it was actually a pretty close start. You know, it was an exchange of points up to probably midway of the first set. But, you know, once that Air Force reached 15, they just started to pull away. And they actually had a 8-point run, you know, before they finally closed out the match. So a lot of it has to do with, you know, the struggle of Vanguard with that first ball. So very little attack opportunities being created for themselves. As we can see, the numbers, Air Force with more attack points, and Air Force also did better at the net, defending the net with 3 block points. So still polishing in terms of the serves, but we can see that Air Force has actually done better at the service line, making it difficult for a Vanguard again to give out a good first ball. But I think what's really noticeable also in the numbers we've seen in the screen earlier was the number of errors that Vanguard has given out. 9 as compared to only 3 errors of Air Force.
That's right. And I remember first ball was really the huge difference between these two teams, because I remember you got Jesse Lopez just standing at his spot, you know, waiting for the first ball to come to him. As on the other side of the court, you got Roncheta Villegas running up and down
all around. Yeah, he's actually scrambling all over the place. You know, he's really doing his best to give out that good set for his attackers. But it's a bit difficult naman, you know, when you really have to chase after the ball.
Let's see how the Vanguard Volley Hitters will respond to that set number 1 loss. I know these two teams have so much pride in their hearts. Although they're at the 10th and 11th place at this time, still the elimination round is not done yet. Up until the last game is played, up until the last whistle is blown. And again, earlier we got Alexis Tinsay with reports, you know, from how the athletes are grateful to have another platform, another opportunity to play the sport that we all love.
Yes, of course, and yun nga, diba, right just after the pandemic, everybody really missed all the action. So, and it's really quite good. And now the problem you have is which game to watch. You gotta love that, you know. You're really confused. So you need 2 phones, 2 tablets, 2 TVs, or whatever, so you can watch everything simultaneously.
That's right. I mean, we mentioned earlier, you can catch all the volleyball action happening. For example, today in a Super Sports Sunday on One Sports Plus, you got Signal Play and the Smart live stream app. Multiple screens talaga ang ganap on game days like this. Again, a poor first ball here for the Volley Hitters. Good hit there by Kamag-anakan, Labrador. From the back row, denied by the net.
I think he had a problem with the light. So medyo nasilaw ata siya.
Diwa on your screens, going for the serve. You got 1 point each here, set number 2. Melgar with a perfect pass once again. Lopez is just standing there. Villegas goes to the open spot. Kamag-anakan getting a touch there from the Air Force Airmen. Point for the Vanguard.
Good down the line hit.
Diwa trying to target that short cross spot there, but a little too sweet on that serve. Point goes to the Airmen. You got Edwin Tolentino on your screens for the serve. Alfaro with a perfect pass again, with a perfect pass, with a perfect set, but again, Labrador, Abria, and Inaudito. Just a force at the net there. Well, in that case, Abria with his lonesome. This time, 3-2 with the Air Force men leading. Ooh, make that 3-all coming from that service error.
That would be the first service error in this game for Air Force. Meanwhile, Vanguard already has committed 3 service errors since the start of this match.
Magandakan with a jump serve. Melgar was there. Again, perfect pass. Lopez goes to Labrador. Perfect dig there by Alfaro. Push there by Melgar. Lopez with a good D. Abria sets up Labrador. This time a curry. Alfaro with that set. Ooh, but Abrot denied at the net. So far, the Airman has been doing a good job at the blocking department.
That's right, and they've also been defending the floor very well, especially in that sequence.
Abria with that serve. Alfaro, better pass this time. Ooh, again with the blocking. Airmen really just reading so well here at the net.
Take a look at that combination play. But luckily, the ball went out.
Yeah.
So we're tied at 4.
Tied at 4,
But
although
not with that service error.
5-4 now. That was Renz Melgar on your screens, the libero of the Air Force Airmen.
Who has been doing a very good job,
Very good
manning the
job.
floor here for
Yes.
Air Force.
Kamagandakan with that pass. Again, Abrot capitalizing on that perfect pass from Kamag-anakan.
And here we can see, the Vanguard really has a lot that they can do, but they just really need to have more consistent first ball.
Right. Good call there by the Airmen.
That would be the 3rd service error for this set here for Vanguard. And, they cannot afford to commit those kinds of errors.
Labrador there to serve. That goes in. Ooh, Abrot again with that hit, making the Airmen hustle there. Free ball. Alfaro picks it up. Villegas with the tip. Kamag-anakan hitting more powerful this time from the back row, getting the point for the Vanguards. Although there will be a challenge coming from the Airmen asking for a footfall there. You got Coach Jimson Merza, Rafi Moswela at the bench.
We'll wait for the result of the challenge as our players get a breather, which I'm sure that they both need kasi ang haba ng mga rally natin. And I think everybody's really scrambling all over the place, trying to defend the floor.
And again, parang same story as first set, napalitan lang ng puntos. Although here we have the challenge system, video coming out and saying no, there was no foot fault, and point goes successfully to the Vanguards. Abrot for that serve. Woo!
Oh, service ace.
A sharp and fast jump serve there from Abrot. This time they're up 7 serving 6. Abrot once more. Valentino was there though. Lopez chooses Calasin, who gets that point. Look at that one more time. Good
Perfect.
defense.
Yes, right. Perfect set.
Calasin with that serve. Alfaro was there. Villegas goes back row, but it was popped up. Tolentino, Curry there. Alfaro was there. Villegas goes middle this time to Abrot. Inaudito was there. Lopez was there too, but did not have enough space to pick that up, pop it up back to their side of the court. That was Abrot sending us to our first technical timeout here in set number 2.
ka lang, and then yung side mo ready na yung patak.
Z and Ivy for Coach Ejit Mabayad. He shared to me one big challenge of the volley Vanguard hitters, and that is his boys setting the expectations too high given just a few weeks of training. And that is what they are trying to solve right now, which is to manage their expectations and the team's objectives into simply trusting each other on court as they continue to gel every day. It's a process, ika nga. He reminds the volley hitters to enjoy instead of banking on pressure. Let's see if they can take this to heart this set too.
Thanks for that report. Again, there are 11 teams in total here for the Spikers Turf Open Conference. So a lot of teams tried, a lot of players and coaches tried to, form a team to get this opportunity, to get this chance to play again at this higher level here in the Philippine volleyball community. So we're just so grateful to see a lot of teams showing up, healthy up until this point.
That's right. Of course, it would have been probably an advantage to some if they had, longer preparation. Because you have to admit, not all of these teams really had that luxury. There are some, of course, who has been, together for quite a while. But there are also some of the teams here that were not able to get that preparation that they would have hoped for.
I remember we had the Air Force Airmen come visit us at the game at the studio, and they were sharing that one of the challenges that they had to face was being fit, not just fit as airmen, but fit for the volleyball competition here at the Spikers Turf Open Conference.
You have to remember, of course, that they also have their other duties, apart from playing for Air Force.
Good coverage there by Labrador. This time Lopez goes to Tolentino, this time on the right side.
Tolentino just flying in that last sequence. And don't look now, but Air Force is now just down by 1.
Tolentino with that serve. Alfaro was there. Villegas. Gusto ka mag-anakan. Gets that down the line shot. Point for the Vanguards, who's still managing to stay on top here, set number 2. Kamag-anakan in your screens, going for the serve. We got 11-9 here, set number 2. Labrador for the first ball. And that third ball as well, as he successfully gets that next point for the Airmen.
Air Force obviously trying to keep this as close as they can. You wouldn't want to play catch-up, especially if you've already won set number 1.
Abria with that serve, but hit just a lot of that tape of the net, sending it back to their side of the court. Free point here for the Vanguard volley hitters. Palisok there. Melgar with that first pass. Lopez goes to Labrador. Once again, towering his blockers and nobody on the floor for the Vanguard. Another successful attack point there for Labrador. Again, one of their go-to players here for the Airmen. Better first ball there. We got Palisok for that back row attack, but official says it went out. But we got Coach Ejit Mabayad and the rest of his coaching staff asking for a challenge there. For a ball in or out challenge. Again, we have this challenge system in set here for the Spikers Turf, for the PVL. A lot of volleyball leagues using the benefit of our challenge system, and just like this.
That's right. And, you know, I think most especially in a men's game, the challenge system is something that is very, very useful because sobrang bibilis ng mga palo nitong ating mga atletang ito. So, you know, sometimes you feel like when you're watching live, you see that it's in, it's out, but then when you play the video, it tells us an entirely different thing.
Exactly. Especially, minsan, yung sobrang konting-konting lapag ng bola dun sa linya. Kasi sometimes, these men can warp the ball when they hit and when it lands on the floor. So talagang, there's always some chance na pasok talaga yung bola.
Oh, that was a good play from Vanguard.
Vince abroad, this time making sure they pull away here in the second set. One of their go-to guys who has a very interesting story about how he almost left playing volleyball, and now here he is playing for the Vanguards and being one of their go-to guys at that. Kamaganakan sets it up. Back row, nobody was there to pick it up. Melgar sends it to Lopez. Lopez to Labrador. Ooh, Kalasin.
Oh, but there was a touch from the net.
A little too eager for Kalasin. But a good rally between these two teams. Villegas trying to be ready under that ball. But thanks to that net infraction, they get another free point here. Set number 2 got 15, serving 11 with Fernandez at the line. Now dito with that pass. Lopez once again to Labrador. Nobody to answer that cross-court hit once again.
Defense of Vanguard, medyo maluwag.
Yeah.
You know, and Labrador has been going for that cross-court angle.
Rally still going here. Melgar was there for the check ball. Labrador with the hustle, and now Dito with that push. Kamaganakan with that free ball. Villegas goes back row to Palisok. Gets checked. Ball is still in play. Lopez this time to Labrador.
Oh,
Tolentino rather.
I've seen Labrador really huffing and puffing in that last sequence.
That's right.
So he got the first ball, and he tried. It was a good save from Melgar. He was able to keep that alive, and then when the ball went back to their court, he had to receive it again.
There you go, Labrador, huffing and puffing on your screens, running up and down the court to keep the ball alive, although sending that ball straight to the net, sending us to the second technical timeout. You got 16 serving 13 in favor of the Vanguards. Momentum has definitely changed here in set number 2. Again, you are watching the Spikers Turf 2023 Open Conference, the battle between the Air Force Airmen on your screens and the Vanguard's volley hitters. This time, Vanguard volley hitters taking the lead here in set number 2 after the Air Force Airmen taking set number 1. What do you think is going right for the volley hitters this time around?
Well, definitely, you know, very noticeable that their first ball has improved as compared to set number 1. So, and because of that, you know, there's a bit more ease in terms of the playmaking. So they're able to position themselves better as compared to set number 1. Set number 1, parang they were scrambling all over the place. So ngayon, nakakapwesto na sila ng maayos.
nakapwesto lahat in terms of the setting. A lot of misdirections for the airmen. That's why their attacks have been more efficient this time around. This time, we got 17 serving 14. Again, the Vanguards leading here in set number 2. Villegas with that serve, but the airmen with that better control. Abria sending another tally to their score sheet here. Set number 2. Lopez. Kamaganakan. Poor first ball there and an ace for Jesse Lopez.
Service ace here for Lopez.
Better pass there from Alfaro. Villegas this time goes to Palisok. Successful attack hit this time. The Vanguards definitely keeping their distance here. Palitan ng puntos, pero nasusustain nila yung 2-point lead nila.
That's right. So Vanguard is actually doing a good job guarding their lead here in this set.
You got Jeremiah Barica serving here. Ooh, with a jump serve at Lopez. Inaudito, again, cross court. Nobody to defend that sharp angle.
Well, Air Force has been scoring heavily on that cross court. It was the same position that Labrador has also been targeting.
That's right. I guess there was a little miscue there between the defenders and their blockers. Another sub here on the side of Air Force this time. You got Avila with that perfect serve, but ball still alive. What a hustle for the Vanguards. Easy pass there. Lopez goes to Labrador once again, targeting the cross. This time, overcooking that one. I'm seeing a couple of FU alums on the hard court right now. You got Labrador, Avila, Lopez, Barica, and Villegas. Avila with that pass. Lopez goes to Abria. Gets a point. Another sub here. Abria, after getting that point that you just witnessed via the replay, he will sit it out for a bit as Jerus takes the reins this time next to serve. We got 18 serving 19 this time. Good serve there. Kamaganakan with a better pass. Palisok goes cross court. Inaudito controlling his body and then getting a block.
Inaudito was not yet in position, but good thing that really the blocking of Air Force is on cue.
And with that 2-0 run, the Vanguard volley hitters calling a timeout.
Okay? So pinababayaan natin, okay? Sobrang kumpiyansa natin sa atake natin pag ganyan. Bumablock din yung kabila So kailangan trabawin natin yan. Pumalo, cover. Okay? Pag-receive, pag-set, cover lagi. Ganun lagi ha. Tsaka yun, hindi pwede tayo patayo-tayo lang dyan ha. Go, bawi agad tayo. Bawi, go. Dok, hanap agad. Hanap. Sino lamang.
Hey, Vanguard! Asa mo na rin.
Good reminder there from head coach Ejit Mabayad telling his playmaker, basta tayo kung sino mas porsyento. Especially dikdika na at this point in set number 2.
That's right. And, they also have to really keep watch for the blocking of Air Force.
19 all is the score here. Set number 2. Air Force have successfully catch up. Let's see if they can sustain that momentum. Good pass once again for the Vanguards. Good check there for the airmen. Labrador again at that sweet spot there. Zone 5 cross court. Still, the Vanguards unable to get a solution there. whether it's Labrador or Tolentino hitting from that side of the court. Porciento.
That's right. But you know, more or less, you would really expect that cross-court hit from Labrador. Pero, yun nga, still no solution to that. And Abroad, in the meantime, also
Yes.
has his own version of that cross-court hit.
Speaking of cross-court hits, Abroad saying, ako din.
Oo.
Kaya ko din
Ganito.
Woo, we got 20 all in our scoreboard right now. Palisok with that serve. Avila, perfect pass. Lopez once again to Labrador. Goes cross-court a little too sweet on that time. Good checks here by the Vanguard volley hitters.
Oh, there is a violation on the side of Vanguard. So the point goes to Air Force, who is now leading by 1.
This time Air Force takes the lead. 21-20. You got Inaudito at the service line. Good serve there. Abrot goes for that power. Oh!
Miscommunication on the side of Air Force. A little frustrating, I am sure.
I mean, when two strong personalities collide between Lopez and Avila in that last sequence specifically.
You can see the frustration in the face of Jesse Lopez.
Not just his, but all of his teammates inside that court. We had 21 all this time. Fernandez with the serve. Airman looking into sustaining that momentum. Kalasin blocked, but still good. Villegas tries to block that overpass, but Labrador was there to man the net with Kalasin and Lopez.
No, Labrador has really been doing very well here for Air Force. He already has 9 points to his name here.
Once again, Rueca and Ancheta, double substitution happening here for the Airmen, making sure they got 3 spikers in the front row.
As well as breather, of
Yes.
course, for the starting 6.
They definitely need a breather here because your score is now 22-21 here in the second set. Airmen on your screen. Labrador about to serve, making sure maybe they close 2 sets in a row. Abrot with that pass. Villegas chooses Abrot once again. Powerful hit. Labrador was there to check it. Ancheta, nice back set. Although a net infraction there as he lands. Good ball control though. A little too short on that floor area for him.
We're tied at 22 all.
Hold on to your seats now. We got 22 all on your scoreboard here in set number 2. Abrot to serve. Powerful serve. Melgar was there. Ancheta once more with Kalasin ending that 1-2 play.
And everything about that sequence was perfect. Started off with that first ball, then that set, and that quick attack.
Again, body language-wise, the Airmen mukhang malaki ang kumpiyansa, and with that, the Vanguards called for a timeout.
Ano yung binabasa mo dito? O, di ba? O, kailangan ito pumunta rito, dyan tumalon. Ba't nandiyan ka? Dapat sundan mo siya. Kahit saan siya magpunta, pag ito tumakbo rito, tsaka mo lang siya ibibigay dito dahil ito pag ito pumasok. Hindi ka makukuha. Okay? Number 1 priority, yung tao mo. Okay? Go.
Let's go, hindi mo.
You got Edjet Mabayad, head coach for your Vanguard volley hitters, giving another perspective, another set of eyes outside the court, telling his squad what they see as the 7th man of their squad.
You know, Air Force really is a tall squad compared to Vanguard.
Yep.
So I think the defense at the net here for Air Force is making it a little bit difficult para dito sa Vanguard. The
So
block.
there, yes! Again, on cue right after that good timeout called by the Vanguards. And again, once more, we are tied 23-all. Tail end of this second set. Palisok once again with that slow-mo replay, getting that point off the blockers of the Airmen. Villegas with that serve, Tolentino. Good pass, Ancheta chooses Tolentino once again. Denied Melgar. This time to Rueca. Answered back here. Ooh, over on two, but too easy, Jerus. Once more, Rueca. Ball still alive. No!
Well, that was a good rally. I mean, both teams gave us a scare in that sequence, but let's take a look at this last attack.
Rueca getting the most opportunities.
Well, this is interesting. We have two setters on the floor here for Air Force. I think they used up all the substitutions, so they choose to put in Jesse Lopez.
Lopez for that serve. Set point. Kamag-anakan pushes it to Palisok. Check ball. Melgar was there, but not enough length to put it up once more. 24-all here in second set. The crowd is getting louder. The athletes on the court getting louder as well. You got De Suyo to serve. Tolentino gets checked. Villegas was there. Abrot chooses Palisok. Palisok!
Oh, sends it outside. That was wide.
Ball was out, but I think the Vanguard volley hitters just called for a challenge there for a block touch.
Well, you know, if you're at this point in any set, you would just take any point that you can get.
Right, and we have this benefit of seeing Coach Edget Mabayad pointing at Labrador or Jerus. Rather, hindi, kita. Kita ko yun, check ball mo. So, but for us, or for you viewers,
We didn't see anything at all, you know, because Palisok's attack was really that fast.
okay, here we go.
Was there any touch?
Oh, looks like there was, or is that a shadow? Let's see what our referees
There was no,
say.
yeah.
There's no touch. Oh, Jeru saying wala talaga, coach.
Oh, wala talaga.
I would tell the truth. And Coach Edget again on your screen saying, hindi, nakita ko talaga yun konting-konti. Aminin mo.
Oh, it was the friendly banter there going on.
Air Force once again for set point. Tolentino for your serve. Ooh, Alfaro was there to pick it up. Villegas. Palisok. Denied. Ball still alive. Ancheta with that push. Alfaro says Villegas chooses kamag-anakan, but Ancheta pops it up. Jesse Lopez to set Labrador once again, but Alfaro was there. Cross court Villegas. Once more to Palisok.
Straight into the net.
A little too eager to bounce that ball, but a free point for the Air Force Airmen. Let's see that one more time with a good wind-up, with a good height, but a little too low on that elbow and that follow-through straight to the net. All right, second set scores. You got 26-24. Again, two sets in favor of Air Force. We'll take a break. We're back here in Manila at the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center for your Spiker Surf 2023 Open Conference. Set 2. It seemed like the Vanguard was in control, but at the end, the Air Force Airmen pulled through. It was a 26-24 set score. What happened there?
Well, you know, it was Vanguard actually started off very strong here in this set. They were able to pass very well.
Yes.
They were setting very well. They were also attacking very well. And I mean, not to take anything away from Air Force, because I think Air Force maintained the level of play. It's just that Vanguard really picked up at the start.
Right.
But towards the middle part, when Air Force blocking start picking up, as we see the numbers, that is when Vanguard had the difficulties and had the trouble. Plus, not to mention, of course, the unforced errors that were committed at a very crucial stage of set number 2. So they were equal footing in terms of attack, but the blocking was really what made it very difficult for Vanguard to overcome. So they have not found a solution to that yet.
That's right. And with that blocking difference as well, if you saw that earlier on your screens, you got Air Force making 5 block points as to none for the Vanguard. So in terms of attacking, in terms of blocking, everything going well in terms of the scoring skills here for the Airmen.
That's right.
Jesse Lopez for the serve. Kamaganakan was there. Kamaganakan again with that hit, but Lopez was there to answer that one. And Audito pushes it over. Villegas popping it up. Kamaganakan chooses Palisok. Check ball and lands outside. Point for the Vanguards. Good job set there from Joven Kamaganakan. Diwa for the serve. Melgar was there. Tolentino with that push. There was a joust between him and Kamaganakan. This time choosing to hit it. And it lands in. 1-all here in set number 3.
Oh, that attack hits the line. Abarat actually thought it was out and tried to avoid it.
Making sure he gets the point this time with that better wind-up, better height from Lopez set there. Alfaro with that pass. Villegas chooses Palisok, pushes it over. Melgar was there. A little collision on the side of the Airmen. Ball still alive. Villegas once again abroad this time from the back row, but Airman was there. Villegas back set to Kamaganakan. Inaudito, perfect pass. Labrador goes for the cross court. This time Alfaro was there to answer it. Palisok. Wow, Melgar!
Good save from Melgar. Wow, that was one excellent sequence. If we haven't seen any, you know, I think that's the best sequence here in this game so far. And give credit to both of these teams. The point goes to Air Force, but Vanguard also did an excellent job, you know, in trying to keep the ball alive. And that was one hell of a save there from Melgar.
Throwing his body across the court there, making sure the ball doesn't land on their side of the court. Ooh. Double contact, a violation there. Nothing, not your usual sight from Villegas. Medyo wala lang siya sa pwesto at that time, trying to force that set towards the outside hitters. You got Tolentino on your screens to serve. 3-1 in favor of Air Force this time. Set number 3. Alfaro with that pass. Ooh, Palisok catches the line. Russell Palisok on your screens, getting that last point. Kamaganakan this time for the serve.
Oh, service ace.
Kamaganakan adding another tally here for the Vanguards. See that one more time. The familiar jump serve. So it's him and Abrot making jump serves here for the volley hitters. Tolentino was there this time. Lopez chooses Labrador, pushes it over. Ooh, Palisok A smart play at that one. Maganakan still serving for the volley hitters. Tolentino's there. Labrador one more time. Single block. Maximizing that opportunity. Getting the point. We got 4-all here. Set number 3. Again, just like the first set, just like the second set, palitan lang talaga ng
That's
puntos
right.
early on our sets here between these two teams. Alfaro with that pass. Villegas chooses Abrot. Tries to put it down, zone 1, but a little too much power behind that spike. Free point for the Air Force Airmen. Jeruz with that serve. Ooh. Oh, boy. Adjusting his body mid-air, making sure he hits and puts it away. As you can see in that slow-mo replay there, nobody on the side of the airman to pick it up. Melgar, perfect pass. Lopez once again. Labrador denied. Melgar tries Labrador one more time. Good cross-court hit there, but
Well, you see, we've mentioned this earlier, Villegas really has been running all over the court. I wonder how many kilometers he has already run here today in this match.
we should wear a watch or a step tracker.
How many steps?
A little too much that he needs or his team needs here to catch up.
Well, that pass was better.
Ooh. Again, overcooking that one was Palisok. Has yet to find his groove for a steady momentum here in our match. We got Desuyo subbing in for Villegas. Coach Ejit Mabayad tried to mix things up here for his squad, but on your screens, we got Air Force Airman Ben Inaudito to serve. Kamaganakan, better pass once more. Ball still alive.
Good
wow.
coverage.
Labrador ends it. Way to control their bodies in between the two courts and in the net, under the net at that. We got another replay here.
That was an excellent save.
That was actually a clean rally there.
Right.
But Labrador just powering through his blockers, sending us to our first technical timeout.
Z and Ivy, I asked Ruben in Audito, one of the airmen, how they maintain their athletic state. And kunento sa akin ni Ruben na dahil 30 to 40 plus na ang average age ng Air Force, sinikap nila mag-weights training lalo na sa tuhod in order to re-strengthen their muscles and to have an injury-free game. Kung makikipagsabayan daw sila sa mga mas nakakabata, kailangan nilang mag-double effort sa kanilang speed and endurance. And let's see, right now, it's actually working. Let's go back to set 3.
Ayun na nga, yung sinasabi natin kanina na it's really one of their biggest challenge, especially with a little time for them to prepare.
Correct.
And they didn't know if they were gonna join or not in this conference, but we're so happy to see them out here playing and, looking good.
That's right. Actually, with the amount of preparation that they had, they're actually performing very well. So I mean, they're up against very younger teams. Obviously, they didn't have enough time to put themselves back in proper condition. Pero I think they're moving very well.
I mean, longevity is the key here, especially for our athletes, but also being smart, just like this. Jesse Lopez, even taunting, giving confidence to himself and to his team. Oh, but this time that service error isn't gonna give anything for their squad, but a free point for the Vanguards.
Oh, good save there from Air Force. Drop shot, ball still alive. The coverage of Air Force really is working very well.
Oh, still alive. Tolentino off speed this time. Jungle ball, no.
Good effort on the side of Air Force. Good run here for Vanguard.
Vanguard looking to catch up here in set number 3. You got Abrot with a jump serve. Melgar was, regalo, pero hindi na maximize. Palisok with that, the back row hits. Kalasin ending that rally. Kalasin has been effective in that middle spot. And with that serve, Abrot.
Oh, straight into the net.
Trying to drill that ball down on the side of the Air Force Airmen, but a little too short there. Power was there, but a little too slow for that back row hit. You got 11 serving 8. Ooh, the Suyo taking matters to his own hands. Literally.
And Air Force not ready for that. Let's take a look at that once again. Well, Dito almost.
He was there.
Yeah, he was there.
Good serve from the Suyo. Lopez chooses Jeruz. And gets the point. Again, Lopez just activating his middles here. And usually that's the story of successful, efficient attack points. Like making sure you activate your middles first, and it's gonna be a party for your pin hitters. Ooh, a little too tight, but
save from
Dito saves it. Palisok, check ball. Labrador was there. Lopez setting it up. Goes back to Inaudito. This time, Biwa and Palisok same no entry.
That was read very well by the blockers of Vanguard.
Sarado ang bangko.
There was really not much space for Inaudito, to go.
Ooh, Diwa trickle serve there. Lopez was there to set. Oh, Jeruz with a lifting violation. Too slow on that release.
And living every middle blocker's dream. to be a setter.
I agree. Very much agree there. Diwa once again with that serve, this time goes through the net. Dito denied, but ball goes out. Point for the Airmen. 13-11. The Air Force Airmen looking to pull away here in set number 3 and go home. Maybe with a win in straight sets.
And of course, I think for Air Force, that's what they would want, not to stretch this match anymore.
That was Air Force Airmen coaches. Oh, kamag-anakan. A little too narrow on that approach. Sends the ball out. And that will send Coach Edget calling for a timeout.
Tayo, bibitawan na natin. Hindi na tayo maglaro dito. Diba? Okay, tapos na. Kalimutan na natin nangyari. Start na ulit tayo ngayon. Simulan natin ngayon ng maayos. Simulan natin sa pasa. Go, tara. Sige.
Reminder lang, reminder. Yung kalaban nyo, pagod na yan. So kapag sumuko agad kayo, hindi natin makukuha. Tatlo naman, ha? Let's go. Up tayo, guys. Pagod na yan, pagod na yan.
Oh, they definitely know their opponent's weakness.
Well, you know, I think, well, it's something obviously that Air Force themselves know. So they would want to finish this in as little as 3 sets as possible, because we've seen a lot of long rallies. So even if we say this just ends in 3 sets, but it could have been a very tiring 3 sets for them, because ang daming mahahabang rally at sequence.
Especially in that last set where we ended at 26, 24. It could have been anybody's set there. Pero again, chances, breaks of the game, it was just in favor of the airmen. And there you go. A point right after that timeout. Vanguard 12 serving 14. Lopez chooses Labrador. Just being really efficient on the left side.
He has been doing it all year for Air Force, but you know, Lopez has been also distributing the balls very well.
Yep. Tiruz with that serve. Ooh, nice back set to Palisok. That was Obay. This time, their main setter here in third set for the Vanguards. Palisok seeing that his middle blocker was a little late on that approach. Ooh.
Talk about connection.
Ralph Calasin sends us to our second technical timeout here in set number 3. Got on your screens the team standings so far. Again, 11 teams signed up for this 2023 Open Conference here at the Spikers Turf, and the Vanguard sitting at the 10th place, while the Air Force Airmen sitting at the 11th place, trying to up their rankings. Although, again, as we mentioned earlier, both teams don't have any more opportunities to play in the semis. But again, pride ang labanan dito.
Oh, that's right. So, and yun nga, you know, you would always want to end your the tournament or the conference with the best record possible. So they may not have made it to the top, but at least, you know, they were able to garner as much wins as they can up to the end.
And again, bigger picture here is that they're gaining experience as well. This is the first conference of the year for the Spikers Turf, and you know, only time will tell how far these teams will go in the next few conferences that we have. Brought with the pickup there. Obay chooses him again, this time sending it long, but
there was a touch. There was a touch. So that's a lucky break for Abrot.
Ooh, and we are tied now, 16 all. Little too familiar, Ivy.
That's right. Because during the second set, it was also towards this stretch.
Yes.
You know, that they're starting to tie up against each other.
Elgar, perfect pass. Lopez chooses Labrador, but was checked. Abrot. Easy tip there. Roll shot rather to zone 1. Labrador pushes it over. Obay once more to Abrot. Inaudito was there to pick it up, but Diwa with a touch shot to the right. Good court awareness and court presence right there. Making sure it does not touch his blocker or his floor defender in that last sequence. Now they're up by 1. Labrador with that pass. Lopez. This time, one more. Kalasin. Again, Lopez maximizing all his hitters. Good ball distribution. Good distribution din ng hingal.
Oo. Para pantay-pantay ang hingal nilang lahat. Abroad, I think, was trying to call in for a touch. What point goes to the Philippine Air Force?
Nobody asking for a challenge that time. Labrador this time to serve for the Airmen. Good serve.
Oh,
Ball
still alive.
The
There we
Suyu
go.
with that push. Tolentino. Oh, a little too wide. Trying to avoid his blockers that time. Oh, is there a challenge? Yes.
There was a net touch challenged by Air Force.
At this point in set number 3, every sequence matter, every touch, every point, every inch definitely matters here. We got 17-18 as our official score here. Set number 3, Air Force already taking sets 1 and 2. The Vanguards, however, trying to snatch this set away from them.
You can see Jesse Lopez trying to pump his team up and trying to give some
Here we
words
go.
inside while waiting for the challenge. Let's take a look if there's any net touch. Seems like there's none.
Really, really narrow space there between the blocker's hands and the net, but way to challenge that one. It could have touched.
Right. Well, at least that challenge gave both of these teams a breather. Time to collect themselves.
Abroad with a jump serve. And again, sometimes these challenges are used to break the momentum.
Right.
And yun na nga ang naganap in that last sequence. Abroad making an error on the service line. This time Kalasin. Alfaro was there. Ooh, over on 2. Over on 2. Palitan lang ng smart setting here. Kamaganakan. Labrador was there. Lopez to Tolentino. Yes!
And as soon as he went up for that, you can see that would be a point here for Air Force. Let's take a look at that last attack from Tolentino, flying up down the line.
There you go, Air Force up by 2. Edget and his squads call for a timeout.
Tapos bato na rito. Di ba, pasukan mo ng dun. Para at least single block tayo sa dulo. Okay? Rick, taas natin receive. Receive 1. Go.
Trabawin natin to.
Dalawa. Okay, Vanguard! Pasa mo na, makuya.
Good reminder that 2 puntos lang naman.
Right.
But again, those 2 points have to be worked hard for, as medyo lamang na sa puntos. Di lang sa puntos, pati sa kumpiyansa itong Air Force Airmen, as they're up 2 points and 2 sets.
And we're at this stretch of the set, yung 20, and yung sinasabi talaga na very crucial. You know, once you reach the 20th point mark, you really have to work double time. I mean, for both of these teams.
Speaking of double time, these 2 teams making sure that no ball will land on their side of the court, but Kamaganakan finally successful roll shot attempt there, out of system set at that. Nobody was expecting for that kind of hit on the side of the Airmen. Melgar with that perfect pass. Lopez goes for the middle,
But there's a net touch from Vanguard. I think it was Kamag-anakan.
he knew it. 2 points pa rin ang kalamangan nitong Air Force Airmen. Team Captain Lopez serving. Alfaro was there to pick it up. De Suyo with that set. Palisok with that hit. Lopez once more. Yes! Tolentino sending his squad closer to home this time.
And let's take a look at that once again. By that point, you also get several nudged on the head. Oh, good hit from Palisok over the blockers and finding the line.
Palisok finding the seam between two players there. Above two blockers and between two floor defenders of that. Jeremiah Barica. So far, their service and defensive specialist here for the Vanguard volley hitters.
Very important serve here for Barica. He did well when he was fielded in this previous set.
That's right. Ooh, good serve! And an ace!
And that was what they needed. Well, Barica was put in and he delivered.
And a jump serve at that as well, targeting Labrador at that corner side of the court. This time, Labrador tinatago na. Inaudito to pass. Lopez chooses Inaudito once again through the blockers this time. Misdirection there by the setter, Jesse Lopez. Inaudito getting one blocker. This time, service specialist Arvin Avila. Woo!
Oh, costly error there for Air Force. They're still up by 1, and they just need 2 points to close out this match. But Brot is in the front line now here for Vanguard.
Kamaganakan, jump serve. That goes in, Lopez. Ooh, tip ball! Ball still alive! No! A good hustle there though by Opay. Diving to put that ball alive, to keep that ball alive rather. See that one more time.
A very smart move there and a good effort on the side of Vanguard.
Iruz on the line, serving for the match here. Kamaganakan, perfect pass. Palisok! Ooh,
Oh, that makes it to the line. Palisok still saves this for Vanguard.
You got the Vanguard volley hitters on your screen, trying to hype each other up. Alfaro coming in for Kamaganakan. You got Barica, Alfaro for the floor defense here. Palisok to serve.
Ooh, and he sends it out.
Again, high risk, high reward. It was a good power behind that serve, but just a little too wide there coming from Palisok. This game, your third game for this triple header Sunday here at the Spikers Turf ends in 3 sets between your Air Force Airmen and the Vanguard volley hitters.
Well, exciting 3-set match that we had here. So both of these teams really gave it a good fight. Vanguard as well gave Air Force a run for their money.
I mean, set number 2 and set number 3 was definitely tight, as you see on your screens. You got 26-24, 25-23 in second and third set. So really, really tight and exciting match that just happened here at the Paco Arena. We'll be back.
good evening, volleyball fans. Thank you for staying with us for our triple header Sunday. And with me is player of the game, Sir J.R. Labrador of the Philippine Air Force, who swept the Vanguard volley hitters in just 3 sets. Congratulations, Sir J.R.
Thank you.
And sa magandang panalo nyo, napatunayan ninyong malawak nga po talaga ang future ng Air Force, lalo na sa pagkabalik ninyo sa Pro League. Kaya ano po yung pakiramdam?
Siyempre, masaya kasi kahit pa paano bandang dulo nag-gel yung team namin. And ayun nga, pinatunayan pa rin namin yung pagiging Air Force namin.
At sa magandang gelling nyo nga po, ano po yung pwedeng ma-expect for your next and last game?
Siguro mas lalong tataasan pa namin yung intensity ng laro namin. Mag-focus pa rin kami kung ano yung mga tinitraining namin. Yun pa rin yung gagawin namin sa court. And yun nga, enjoy lang yung game.
At patuloy ang pagsuporta ng fans ninyo habang ina-enjoy niyo yung game.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations again to the rest of the Air Force. More volleyball action, power, and passion this coming Wednesday.
That was Alexis Tinsay with our player of the game, Labrador of your Air Force Airmen. Again, it's nice to see, they were once the powerhouse here in the men's division, itong ating Air Force, at slowly coming back to it. And so far, here's set number 3 with a dominating win.
That's right, and yun nga, parang they would really want to finish off this conference in the best way possible, and this is a good way to do it as well. They got another win in that winning column, and then they won this in 3 sets. So that really says a lot about the preparation that they have done. So probably yun nga, siguro yung nabanggit na kanina ni RJ Labrador na parang ngayon nag-gel na sila. It may have come in a bit too late already in the conference, but what's important is they're getting it together. So we see the numbers here for set number 3. And both had done very well in terms of attack. Air Force only leads up by 1 point. And this is surprising because Vanguard now has more block points in set number 3. They also had better services.
Right.
So it has been the errors. Ito yung nagiging problema talaga ni Vanguard dito sa match na to. So they can do the attacks, they can block, they can serve. It's just that the errors have been plaguing them.
All right, and we move on to the next game day, and that's going to be on Wednesday. Still here at the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center, March 8 at 3 p.m. You got the NU versus the Santa Rosa squad, and at 5:30, you got another match, Imus versus the Navigators. And thank you for joining us wherever you may be. This is Zihar Basho with Ivy Remulla and Alexis Tinsay. This has been the Spikers Turf 2023 Open Conference.